great stories written. That TV show, I definitely want to take a look at that. That's gonna be shit, you know. It's like stuff like that. You want to get a chance to. It makes you so frustrated sometimes because I know what everyone's going through. You feel like, why can't that be me? You see all this garbage on TV or what's being written. You're like, damn it, why can't I just give me a freaking chance? Let me say this. Look what I'm doing here. No chords. This is great. I want to thank QXTs, the sound engineer here, for the cordless, like going right to the soundboard. That's great. You never really get that at any clubs. And you guys, I want to thank the club itself because on Friday and Saturday nights, I've been here several times on Saturday. They have like goth and trance nights and stuff like that. And as you see over there, there's a picture of Robert Smith. Sometimes they have a Saturday night that they dedicate to the Cure. It's just a lot of fun, a lot of. It's just definitely want to check it out on Friday and Saturday night. So thank you, QXTs. I am Matthew Szab. It's spelled SZABLEWICZ. And believe me, I couldn't spell that until like I was in 5th grade, so that was definitely a problem. And I'm also known as DJ Szab. September 8th, my birthday, 2020, the owner of Metal Messiah radio show, because they were playing some of the music of a band I sing in, Dracaris, and they're like, hey, would you do your own radio show? I was like, you know what, there was a pandemic, and our guitarist is moving out to California, so we're not really playing live anymore. And I was like, yeah, this is great. This is a great outlet, great venue for me to still be on stage without being on stage. And no, well, I'm keeping my shirt on because I have my NYC Metal Scene branding going on right here. So I want to thank Deborah. And I also want to thank Deborah Max, DeborahMax.com. And yeah, her website's fine. You know, she's like, it's fine. Check it out. There's some of her writing up there. And so, with my radio show, it's 7 o'clock every Tuesday, and usually I go till whenever I want to. It's you know, I play really aggressive music. My favorite music is like black and death metal, atmospheric metal. For instance, I just played the brand new Behemoth last week. Excellent song. There's so many bands I can't really go into right now because we're wrapping up. But on the radio show, I like to do sort of like a little bit of a talk show and playing music. And for instance, like I have people call in all the time. I do live interviews and nothing's scripted. All right, so last Tuesday, we had a friend of mine, there's a guy stalking her, and not by coincidence, with this whole garbage with Roe v. Wade, how they're trying to overturn it. Willie, you were bringing up a great point. I mean, things have changed, but it seems like it's going backwards. So all of a sudden, this guy's stalking her, and I was like, Cindy, would you like to call in? And she's very talkative, like I am. She's like, yeah, so she called in, I had her on the phone for 20 minutes, that was great. And the week before that, speaking of Roe v. Wade, Deborah was still at work. She works in she's a first responder in the emergency room in an urban hospital. I won't say what hospital. And she was working late. Like she helps everyone that's like domestic violence, that the police bring in. She's really, I hate to say you do God's work, basically, Deborah, so bravo for you. And so it was the start of my show, but I wanted a woman's opinion about Roe v. Wade, you know, because a guy shouldn't be talking about anything about a woman's body. Like, it's freaking unbelievable how all these older men, especially, I don't hate to say older white men, because it's not even true, because Herschel Walker is just saying abortions should never be legal. Like, what fuck you? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, sometimes it might be to save her life. And especially birth control. Sometimes women take birth control not just to not get pregnant, but for their own health. Anyways, so I needed a woman's perspective. So I did a cold call to a woman I know pretty well, and it was my mother. So my mother was on the phone.
Your mom is metal.
Yeah, and you haven't done an interview with anyone until your mom. Until you're speaking to your mother on the air, and she brings up words like ejaculation and all that type of stuff. So it was actually very good. Because I film, you know, I record everything, and I actually have that up on the internet. Maybe I'll put that up on my website. I also own NYCMetalScene.com, BostonMetalScene.com, and PhillyMetalScene.com. And as you see, I'm a professional videographer. I have my undergraduate from Rutgers in engineering, and I have my master's from NYU in digital imaging and design. I film professional videos, official videos, and if any band or anyone needs anything, like I do all sorts of music, I do weddings, bar mitzvahs, I'm sure. And well, if any band, especially if they're playing aggressive music, if NYC Metal Scene films your video, not only do you get a professional video, you'll get tons of airplay. I'll have you in the studio with me, and you can co-host the show with me and help pick out the music. And I have a large Brazilian following on my show, because some of the people on my show, there's one woman, she has a segment every week. She's from Brazil, and we have bands calling in from Brazil, and especially around the Sao Paulo area. So check me out, man. NYC Metal Scene Show on Metal Messiah Radio every Tuesday, 7 p.m. And I have some cards, my number's on there. I'll give them out afterwards. And if you ever want to call in, talk about music or something really pissing you off, I'll take your phone call, no problem. I'll put you right on the air. So thank you, everyone. What a great